The Galaxy Z Fold 4 is the biggest overhaul to Samsung's idea of a phone that folds out into a mini tablet, as this new edition now comes in a wider body and also for the first time has a wider cover screen that allows you to actually comfortably use the phone even without unfolding it. Compare these to previous generations of the Fold series that comes with a narrower body and a cover screen with a weirdly narrow aspect ratio that made typing on it almost impossible, and you will truly appreciate this difference that might seem small at first. The Fold 4 also comes with one of the best Snapdragon processors in recent years, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which gives it a welcome boost in performance, and on top of that it upgrades the camera system with a more capable main camera and a 3x telephoto lens that enables 30x digital zoom. And in a few important software tweaks like a PC-like fixed taskbar that allow you to multitask better than on any other phone, and this is certainly the most mature edition of this type of foldable. But is that enough of a reason to upgrade? Naysayers will quickly point out that the battery size and charging speeds remain the same, and the overall experience has not really changed drastically. Let's take a closer look and find out. While the Fold 4 and Fold 3 may look similar from afar, turn on the screen and you will notice the differences. The cover screen is wider, a huge improvement from the narrow screen Samsung used before that made typing super hard and even apps looked weird on it. Of course, this change affects the main screen as well. It's still technically a 7.6-inch one, same diagonal measurement as before, but it's more squarish looking and the actual viewing area is bigger because of that. For reading books or browsing the web, this is just perfect. While for watching videos, you will notice a bit more of those black bars around the video, but overall we think this is big improvement from before. The new Fold 4 is also a bit less thick and weighs a bit less. The difference is hardly noticeable unless you actually measure it, but it is a little thing that shows Samsung's commitment to perfecting every detail, which we appreciate. Other things to note are the IPX8 water resistance rating, the same one as last year. Keep in mind that the Fold 4 and Fold 3 are both water resistant but not resistant to dust, which remains the biggest danger to the folding phones. So if you go out in the wild or work in a dusty environment, you should keep that in mind. Also, the new under-display camera, it's still not quite invisible, but it's far less noticeable than before. Image quality also appears to be better, but more on that below. One inconvenience remains though, it's still almost impossible to unfold the phone with just one hand. You need to use both hands, and this can be annoying when you need to unfold the device in a hurry. In terms of biometrics, nothing has changed. You still have the fingerprint scanner embedded in the power button on the side. That worked great on the Fold 3, works great on the Fold 4 as well. The Fold series have always had some of the most impressive loudspeakers on a smartphone, probably best of the larger form factor that allows the speakers more space to shine. We are yet to test the Fold 4, but chances are its speakers will not disappoint either. Neither the Fold 4 nor the Fold 3 have a headphone jack, but that is hardly surprising these days. As for haptics, it seems that both phones are very similar with a nice and tight vibration motor that we find helpful with pacing when you type. One thing that has not changed in the Fold 4 is battery size, as the phone will have the same 4400 mAh cell as the last year's version. This worked out just fine in our experience, so we can't say we are disappointed. What is a bit sad is that charging speeds on the Fold 4 remain limited to 25 watt, which seems kind of slow considering that we see 100 watt and faster charging on phones by other brands. Samsung promises that you can get 50% of your battery back in 30 minutes, which is about the same as the Fold 3. Wireless charging is available on both Fold models but at 10 watt, slightly slower compared to the 15 watt top-up speeds on the Galaxy S family. Summing it all up, the Fold 4 brings a welcome refresh to the form factor and is powered by one of the best processor around in a while. It's just the more refined device all around, and you can tell, but it is drastically different. Well, not really. Does it have a camera so different that you just have to upgrade? Also not quite. At the end of the day, we appreciate the changes in the Fold 4, but we don't think they are big enough to warrant an immediate upgrade for those currently rocking the previous Gen Fold 3. Of course, if money is no issue, go ahead and upgrade. You will get not only a better version of the Fold idea, but the best foldable smartphones on the market.